Okay.
Who?
Let's see here. So, I missed the session before last, but we started out the session right away by sleeping in a snake. That was the first thing we did. And then we traveled from the battlefield between the Slaad and the ant people to the Queen's chambers, but we haven't met the interim Queen. Instead, the ant armies are here, and there were murals on the walls of like goat people and lizard people and all this stuff, so it's like happened before, and dragons fighting dragons. So we made it to the main entrance into Littrick, and let's see here. I got a mithril sword, or my sword, I discovered its mithril quality. There's a bunch of dead Fomorians everywhere. This is like battles across the city. And we... Oh wait, I think I'm reading this backwards. I was here for the battle. We fought in the battle against the Slaad. I even drew it with my masterful art skills. And
truly
yes.
A masterpiece worth of. We should paint that on a chapel somewhere.
Refrigerator quality there. Magic. Let's see. We fought them. The Ant Commander thanked us, and he noted that even though they outnumbered the Slaad, first of all, the Slaad were pretty nasty. Like they had this different magic that they had, and they were pretty scary even though they were outnumbered. And I guess like large numbers of the ant people have been killed in this war. And so we also realized, so they wanted us to find the bronze rod of rulership. And we actually saw ants that were like floating away with it. Like as soon as we got here in this, and I have it, it's called it's called Arcadia. We're in Arcadia. And when we first got here, we saw that. And they asked us to go get it. And to go look for them in the Chamber of Deep Magic. But before we go, I'm missing like some different stats. I think some of us are beat up. We were gonna rest, get equipment, and then talk to the interim queen before we left, and then try to track down the Rod of Rulership within the Chamber of Deep Magic.
Deep Magic. So I'm obsessed with deep magic ever since I heard it. If you add an adjective to the word magic, I'm all in. You know?
Yeah.
just any adjective magic. Ooh, what's that?
Yeah, deep magic does sound cool. I'm intrigued to find out what that is.
Well, Fenric, obviously it is magic, but deeper.
I guess the big picture version of this is we were actually all from different worlds, but then we all came on one world, like a Earth-like world, and then demons invaded, and then there was a Terran reality, and we fell through that, and now we're in this place between worlds called the Infinite Staircase. It's like the stairway to heaven, but it's maybe not going to heaven. And then
heaven's one of the doors, obviously.
All the platforms have doors that go to all the worlds in the multiverse, and that's where we're at. And we've been working for this Planeswalkers guild, and there are these people called the Lilindi, these snake, scorpion, musician people, and they want us to find out what some kind of corruption that's destroying all of reality. So we came to Arcadia first, in the upper plains, but we're in the lower part of the upper plains in the ant tunnels.
I'm sorry, but lower part of the upper plains. It's so funny.
It gets confusing. Yeah.
We're in the seventh upper level of the lower part of the middle.
Yeah.
middle upper plane
And
in the basement.
it is there's a bit of an ennui here to all of this because, you know, we went to heaven, but now we've been like in caves the whole time and bugs have been trying to eat us and stuff, so I'm sure they feel like it's a nice place.
Don't forget about the toads.
And the giant wizard toads.
I did once worship chaotic demonic toads, but we don't talk about that anymore.
He's now moved to his home realm, Floridia's grand deity, the tourist, or the god of tourism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanderax. You know, you just have to bow down sometimes to the greater powers that be. You know, say cheese. Hallowed be his name.
All right. So somehow Ripkin wanders into all this.
Yeah, I guess.
Can I see if by chance I had a spare Hawaiian shirt prepared for this moment? Like, you know, just just through the wilds. Like, it's like, oh, there's some new guy's gonna show up, and he's not gonna have the outfit.
Didn't you have one before, and then you got a better one though? Didn't that happen? Is that crazy? No, maybe I'm.
One without stats and one with stats.
Yeah, I've got a normal one and a nice a special one. So I guess
that's a training.
We'll have to find that merchant again. I'll give you a mundane Hawaiian shirt, you know, when we meet you, just so that you can be part of their gang. It's so that there's no like misfire issues. You know, they're bright and stuff. You know, it can be when you go hunting, things can go wrong.
Yeah. And so they came to Arcadia / Lectric, the Formian city, or one of the Formian cities, which Formians are these giant ant centaur creatures, for a lawful good. As Arcadia is a completely like lawful good place from what I've did a deep dive into, and that's a lot that I don't want to go into at the moment. Anyways, they heard that the place was flooded, and they've seen that the dam broke, and the Formians are in charge of this massive underground reservoir that feeds into the different cities above ground. And now, where once hundreds upon thousands of Formians lived, only maybe 900 remain after this flood. On top of that, the Slaad have been invading Arcadia from their plane of limbo. They interrogated one in the session that Ross missed, and he was saying that their queen, the electric queen here, came through and somehow corrupted their spawning stones. And so they're invading to find her and get revenge. And then the Formians aren't, like, besides all this history that I'm not really going to go into because there's 50 pages of it, they're basically just giant ants. They got a hierarchy system going on. There's Mirmarks, who are like guards of the eggs, and the queen, they're like the special guard. We have just beefed up on roid soldier ants who just defend the town, the city, and whatnot. And you got your standard workers. It's a caste society, I believe they said. And everybody's born into their role, and everybody loves their roles. They don't seek higher, they don't seek a promotion of sorts, if you will. And the last thing was, they slept in a giant snake after Francois, who is Sir Plushykins, Kane, who is Scumbag, and I can't remember Edmund's character because he changed it.
Noctur.
They slayed a gigantic boa constrictor and a gigantic viper, and somehow survived. And so they did Han Solo / Luke Skywalker cut it open and sleep inside the snake for the first night. And after that, they came to the city, which where they're at is still dry, but has seen a great battle or battles as Slaad have been slowly trying to get to the Queen's throne room. You know, because I don't know if he's still gone or not. She just came in, touched stones, and just dipped. And they entered a great battle with Slaad and 100 soldier ants. They defeated the Slaad with some ridiculous magic and some skills. The ants thanked them, as Ross said, and they were planning on talking to the Queen, as the ants said, you know, this is the only safe haven that they know of. So why don't you come into the main, like, royal palace / Queen's throne? And after that, I believe that they were going to get some rest. So, Ross is carrying some kind of an ICBM of sorts called the Eye of Morn. It has 2 charges, I believe, and it has.
I also have half of the Rod of Lore from the first adventure, some like the funnel.
Oh yeah, you did.
I just use it as a walking stick though.
Yes.
Game has no idea what it does.
Yes. And and they saw some ants carrying the, as I just found the name of it again, it's called the Montalavian Scepter. And since then, they just saw ants go by with it, and they haven't seen it since. But they heard that the interim queen is looking for it, and so they showed up here trying to figure out what the heck's going on. And that is where we'll start. Or actually, wait, before we start, how about everybody introduce your characters? Why not? I keep forgetting that.
Okay.
I guess we'll start with. I guess we'll go clockwise. How about Ross? Who is Fenric?
Fenric Winterstar is an elf from the lands of Elfland. And he is puzzled by how complex and superfluous everything seems beyond the fields of Elfland. And so everything is... he's very naive and curious and a bit lost, and a look of distant longing in his eyes.
Yeah, he has a very hard time to come with the grasp of, what was it?
Zippo lighters?
Zippo lighters and what the heck was the word? I'm trying to think of it.
Money.
Money.
Also.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep interrupting you. He's having trouble with
No,
a lot of
I'm
things. Definitely a stranger in a strange land.
Oh yeah. All right. Sir Plushy, Anna, describe Francois.
Francois was originally a humble potato farmer. Went collected his ways under Cthulhu. Used to have a duck. Sadly paddled and passed to a spider.
Valiantly.
But there's another civilization.
So that's pretty much I can describe.
What does Francois look like? Is he just your average middle-aged, humble, esoteric Order of Dagon potato farmer?
Pretty much.
Just your normal guy.
Yeah.
Guy. All right.
Paddleton
all right.
died by... So in the plains, apparently magic works different. And then Kane has a thing where his enlarged spell is like multiplied already. So then when he cast Enlarge on Paddleton, he grew to be like 30 feet or something, and we rode him into battle against a demon. No?
200.
That was,
Summoned
no,
the
that's
duck.
the one
it was
we
like
summoned.
it was like
Sorry.
It was a different duck.
No, yeah, that's right. Paddleton, you just stuck a knife in his mouth and said go, and then he just died and a bunch of
Yeah, you
spiders.
threw Paddleton at a giant spider.
I'm sorry, never mind.
Yeah, it was.
It was not a cheap duck. I literally traded a whole cow for that duck for a reason.
Good potato. I traded a whole cow for that duck.
But still, the kaiju duck is a good one. They were looking
It's
for
a
an
good
old
move.
man
It's
to
a tried
deliver.
and tested. That's what in Floridia we would call an alley oop.
All right. And last but not least, describe Finray or Kane.
All elves look the same, is it? Right. I'm Kane. It started out humble beginnings. I was just going to kill my brother Abel when all of a sudden there was a portal to the stars beckoning us and he got fucking murdered anyway. So I guess I spared that. I was going to sacrifice him to my demon frog god. But, things change and I'm seeking better ways of wonder across the plains and, just getting to know the place. Don't get me started, because I will tell you a story. I seem to have become nostalgic recently. I've got really big feet due to complications with the enlarged spell. But otherwise, I look like your typical
I forgot about that.
Floridian
also you're missing
tourist.
an arm.
Oh yeah, I'm missing an arm. There's just a scorch mark where that was, because I burned it off. My flaming hand spell is now just called flaming hand. All kinds of weird shit happens to me, like body horror level stuff. Anytime I cast a spell, it's all fucked up. Like, I either grow a face out of my chest, disappear from the universe, start sweating blood. So yeah, Kane's just weird, but he's just dressed like a tourist. I haven't managed to get a fedora yet or shades, but I've got the classic 2-flower look going. And yeah, I basically aim to be the elven tourist. That's my goal in life.
Does the second face have a name yet?
I don't know. It hasn't named itself.
Oh
But
yeah,
we'll-
don't forget, you still have your lazy bat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've also got a lazy bat. I think it's green with a unicorn horn or something, right? Didn't you say, Glenn? It's like a demon. It's just been like chilling out under my Hawaiian shirt in the shade the entire time.
Yeah, it's a super lazy demon bat with a unicorn horn, and it's great. And every time it flies, its wings like light ablaze. But it's extremely lazy.
Yeah. It's also got a pattern of a rainbow on its stomach with 2 clouds. I'm joking. It's a care bat, I'm joking.
It all comes together. It's from the care plane.
I was it's like a tramp stamp of a rainbow on it. It seems very Florida. I don't know.
All right. And everybody, let's
Wait, what
Let's,
about Ripken?
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
So,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
I'm not sure how Rifkin's going to end up here. So, if everybody's, just for ease of use, I can just say he's from Moonthorn because I know that world. I can make stuff up and none of it matters. But basically, Ripken is a super hairy dude, but like very, he's probably in his 30s, but he's got like just prematurely gray hair that's like in a beard, like basically a big old homeless man beard, like he's hasn't seen a razor in probably years. Just very hirsute dude, but very salt and pepper all over. And he's been basically just living by stabbing people. He's an outlaw, so he's been basically he's used to He's got some leather armor. I guess I've got his starting goods, and I guess that's all he's got at this point. But he's gotten really good at stabbing people. Yeah, and somehow I guess he's from a place where weird magic stuff happens, and I don't know, somebody fell through a doorway, somehow ended up on a staircase. I'm not sure. So he has no idea where he is, I assume, and he's just like, I gotta kill everything, because that's the only way he's gotten by this long.
Yeah, just living by the edge of his seat.
Yeah. If we come across a fellow human down here, I'll do the customary Floridian greeting and hold my hand out like Spock.
All right.
Oh man.
Greetings.
Do I stab it?
No, don't stab it.
He's got a short sword. Like, oh, okay.
You'll be safe. You seem a bit distressed, my friend.
There's giant ants, and I think I stabbed some frogs on the way here. I'm not sure.
And people. People.
People.
Yeah,
the ants are people. Don't stab the people or who are ants. Okay.
Yeah.
Frogs. Okay. They're currently not on our side.
Yeah, frog people, totally fine. Totally fine.
Okay, that makes sense. He's used to stabbing frog people. Ants, not so much.
What's your name, friend?
Ripkin. Name's Ripkin.
I hope you didn't earn that by, like, ripping up your kin or anything.
No comment.
Smart move.
Do what you gotta do. He's like, good guess. I wouldn't know anything about that.
You have not been trained in the ways of etymology, or whatever they call it. I don't know.
So, I'm sorry, I had to run off. So this guy just like showed up. Is that what happened?
He fell through the plains or something. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yes.
I mean, there's always a door that leads somewhere among the planes. You probably
Army
just
darkness entrance where I just fall from the sky.
Yeah.
What the hell?
And you all have already introduced yourselves, right?
Yeah.
I'm
all right.
I'm Fenric, and we are all on a strange journey to try to help people called the Lilindi. It might be best if you stay with us. This is seems to be, and you know, around us are like there's dead frog people everywhere. This is a battlefield.
Recognize a battlefield, I guess, when I see one. Just you guys aren't trying to stab me, so if it tries to kill you, I'll stab it. How's that?
I turned
Vice
to
versa.
I almost already died.
I turned to Francois.
Earlier.
And I'm like, it could be very useful to have someone that could stab people. That could be. Very
I know, but for goodness sakes, a wizard frog. He nearly killed me. Literally made me toasty burp.
Yeah, you did nearly die. That was quite traumatic.
That's and as such, it seems like having someone that is good at stabbing would be advantageous to us.
You say there's frog people.
Well, I don't think they're people. They're demons.
Okay, but there's frog and I'll draw my short story. It's like my blade is named Gigger for a reason, so I can do that.
Oh, what? That guy who made those science fiction artworks.
Nope, for stabbing frogs. Really, I've stabbed a lot of frogs. It's a lot of flooded areas where I'm from. Gigger.
Yeah. I'm too familiar with swampy areas. And we're getting along. Is this how getting along is supposed to work, Fenric?
Yes.
See, I knew it. Francois, what do you think of this bloke? Do you reckon we should let old Stabby stab on board?
As long as he stabs the correct direction.
I, for some reason, imagine Francois suddenly pulling out a pipe. Yeah.
All right, and this is how our usual games go. Just like, so all right, so this is we're picking up right where we left off among the corpses of the Slaad and the few remaining Formian soldiers. The commander just spoke with you all and pointed you to the direction of the main gates that lead up to the upper district where the Queen's royal palace would be. Looking that way, you see that the gates are now slowly opening. There's smoke coming, rising up past them, and it looks like a siege happened, if I didn't mention that last session. This place has been besieged, and many times, actually.
Yeah, we were too busy doing some besieging of our own.
That's true. Yeah, so that is to the north, as I mentioned. To the west, where the ants initially came from. Now that the battle is cleared, you see some making their way back. It looks like a small camp has been set up, maybe some kind of outpost, you could say.
Yeah, didn't we want to go north? Wasn't it like north was some barracks and then the Queen was past the barracks or something?
Yeah, I'm just giving a bit more description since last time was hectic.
Oh yeah, I was just double checking.
Yeah, that's the plan. To the west is where the Slaad came from. You can actually see water slowly rising up. Well, it looks like it's been rising from what you could say is the lower district. And far off that way, you do see something glowing. And to the south is where you guys came from.
Glowing in the water?
Yeah, glowing in the water. It's faint. It's like far and faint, but you can definitely see some glowing.
Is it under the water or on the surface?
It's hard to tell from this distance, honestly. Welcome! Welcome to Plains Crawl Classics, where kaijus are the name of the game. And they all come from Floridia.
or it's ducks.
Tanner.
Yeah, sorry about that. I didn't realize it was I called it off.
What was that?
No, this...
Is this, what's it called there? Moonthrow?
Oh,
Nope.
no. I was joining in another game because I didn't have time to
Oh,
prepare
shit,
anything.
I'm sorry.
for
In that
Moonthrow.
case, don't let me
That's
bother you. Have yourself a wonderful session. Tanner, cameo.
You can... Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, sorry, yeah. Normally
Oh,
he
man.
plays in my games, but yeah, I couldn't do it tonight, so.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You can always just randomly jump
Yeah, I was
in.
canceling it. Yeah.
All right. So you guys are heading north, if I remember right, to go meet the Queen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys start walking north. You guys start heading north up the stairs through this gate. All of it made out of stone, metal. That's... I don't really remember what they call it, but the excretion that the ants make to harden everything. Kind of like ant
Poop.
glue. It could be ant poop. That's a lot of it then.
Usually it's saliva mixed in with some sort of clay or dirt or rock from
Okay.
what it looks.
Yeah, and you make it through this gate. This gate is made out of the same substance. On the... what is it called? It's not buttresses, is it? No. Anyways, to the sides are these giant statues of what looks like great warriors of the ant people. And as you go through, you see more ruined buildings, smoke rising from some of them. Here, though, you see a camp of various beings, actually, not all just ants. There's some ants, there's a gnome. And yeah, the small gnome, man.
And gnomes are real? What kind of gnome is it? Is it like a garden gnome? Or
That's a good question, because it doesn't really say. But we can go with garden gnome.
oh, he's from Floridia.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll just hit it off with
Is-
that guy, and
One of the doozers.
There you go. Yeah, there's a gnome sitting there. There's a couple of minotaurs who look like they've seen some battle and are tending their own wounds. And there's a. There is a. What the heck is he called? There's a. Anyways, okay, so there's that. There's a giant. I'm just gonna come out and say it's a giant troll. There's a troll there, cooking some stew. And other than that, there's like soldiers roaming around the place, workers picking up the debris and trying to build more barricades. They're using their giant cattle stag beetles that they have to ferry some of the stone back and forth. Trying to make this a more fortified area in case the Slaad break through the gates. There's just one fire here, and the troll's using it to cook some stew or whatever in his cauldron. Past that, among the debris and ruined buildings, you can see the giant palace. It's hard to describe from the book, so we're gonna say it's Hogwarts. It's a giant castle that looks like Hogwarts, and it has seen some wear and tear. A couple of the pillars have been broken off. The bridge that actually leads to it, the original stone has been destroyed, but there's a makeshift wooden bridge that the ants have made to go back and forth. There is a few guards posted there, making looks like giving out orders to some of the workers and other soldiers. And from here, you can see that the castle is lit up, and it looks like the main, basically the safest place you can be in this destroyed city. So before we head straight into the castle, is there anything you guys would want to stop and do?
Yeah. Yep. Fenric is going to go straight up to the troll and be like, "Oh, I am so thankful. Someone else. And by what means did you make it?" I say this in Elvish. Elven. "By what means did you make it from the borderlands of Elfland? Can you show me the way home?"
The troll says he's another elf, and he says, "Ah, a friend, of course. The name's, what the hell is this? Jarok. Jarok Hillfinger. And, to be honest, it's been many a year ago since I've stumbled from the borderlands into this place. I'm afraid I do not know the way home.
Oh,
But I joined up with this group that called themselves the Harmonium. And for a couple of years there, it was doing pretty good. And just recently, I was sent here to assist the Formians against the Slaad.
I
Is
see.
there anything I could help you?
Well, I suppose my story is similar, Jarok. My name is Fenric, and I, too, of course, am from Elfland. although my companions are from other places. And we found ourselves on the staircase and amongst a group of people called the Planeswalkers. And, we told the Lindy of that place that we would help them. And so, on our journeys, we are seeing it through to the end. And we also have these shirts. I show them a Hawaiian shirt. We could probably find you a large enough shirt in time. Turn back to Kane. What if we took 4 shirts? Perhaps a clothier could sew them together for you if you wanted to join us. After all, I am trying to get to Elfland myself.
I wish I could join, but I am honor bound to the Harmonium as they look for a door home for me to serve and protect the weak and those in need.
Who are these harmonium lot?
They're what these planeswalkers call a faction, and they live in Sigil, the city of doors, among with 3 other factions. And they're in Aerith, as they call it. They're a mercenary guild. They try to keep the peace as best they can, but they'll work for the highest bidder. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, from what I know, bounty hunting is a complicated profession.
More than just bounty hunters. They're the law in Sigil. They keep the peace. Make sure the rabble don't
they
fight
are
among
the law. All right, I see.
It was always
They
the
are.
trolls in Elfland that were so often interested in passing over into other places, and so I suppose it's well that you found a home here, and I'm glad for you. That broke up. Sorry.
Just like he said, thank you. He hopes that Fenric sees his homeland again, the beautiful sight of Elfland, and maybe gaze upon the Elf King himself.
I look up into the darkness of the dome for stars that are not there that I can see, and I cry a little. As a tear falls.
Perfect. He offers everyone stew if they're hungry, saying that he brewed this himself, and it should help restore and rejuvenate any.
What's in it?
He says, "Don't ask, don't tell." He
I
never gives
strict
away big
dietary
secrets.
requirements. I can't. You know, what I mean, I don't want to end up with an upset stomach.
He doesn't
I'll take your
say
portion.
anything.
You know, it's fine. I'll stick to rations. It's okay, mate.
Okay.
Hey, Fenric, can you read these at all? And I'll pull out those 7 engraved rubies I found, because I feel like we should keep those for some reason, but I don't know why.
I am sipping the stew, I can cast Comprehend Languages. If can I do that, Gwen?
Yeah, you can do that. And whoever drinks the stew, roll a d10. I got tables for days.
This is actually plus my level, which is 3, so I got, it's still lost and failed. I lost and failed the spell for the day, unfortunately. I'm afraid, Kane, that I cannot read these runes. I got a 6 on the stew check.
Alright. 6, get a +3 to your armor class.
Whoa.
Nice.
And you restore a hit dice of health. See. The gnome sees when you were asking Finark about the stones, you can see his eyes light up. He says, "Where did you find those? Those have been lost for days now."
What are they?
They're parts of the Montelavian scepter. The royal rod of rulership. And they also act as a key.
A key? To what? The Chamber of Deep Magic?
How did you know?
You see, I'm P.I. Kane. Shit, I still don't have sunglasses.
Dun dun.
But either way, I investigate, I deduce, and that sort of thing. And I also relax quite well.
Do you have the scepter?
No, unfortunately not.
Have you seen the guardian that the Formians hold for the Chamber of Deep Magic?
Guardian? Pray tell, what do you mean?
Guardian. Oh. Well, if you head that way, if you can find another way in, there's a guardian.
Listen, friend. As a fellow, Floridian, I think that you should come with us and help us out. You seem to know your way around better than we do. And, blessings of Wonderax upon you, my friend. We together can accomplish great things. And also, I know that gnomes have got a thing for, not being big. And I can sort that out for you, mate. I can make you big temporarily. You'll be the biggest gnome anyone's ever seen. So what do you say?
For the offer, but I would much enjoy staying here. My name's Hannock Ringfinger. And,
Ringfinger?
Ringfinger, yes. And
right.
I'm an ambassador here from Bitopia.
Oh, I see. Ambassador. That's quite a role, my friend.
I was once a merchant, but once I ended up here, the Formians liked my small stature and everything that I helped increase their business propositions and the like. And so I go back and forth from here to Bitopia and just trade my goods and give everybody the gossip in town. But I've been stuck down here for a week. The Formians didn't come by. When they did, I most likely would have starved to death.
Do you need help getting out of here?
I would very much like that, but I can't leave the Formians to their dilemma.
We're gonna figure it out. Look, I've got the rubies. We just got to find that Chamber of Deep Magic, and we've got to find the staff, the rod of leadership. We need that.
I fear there's another issue to that as well. More like two. If the Formians cannot find another safe place to go to, they would be overrun by the frogmen. And on top of that, an affliction has corrupted the Formians and they're in disarray. This Mirmark, calling himself Demonsic, is trying to become king, but no one will listen to him, save for a few. And so he's been trying to get that scepter to the Chamber of Deep Magic to infuse it with the great magic there.
Have you
Only
met
then-
this Demansic?
Yes, and there's something off about him, but
You
I
didn't
can't
like the
tell
cut of
what.
his jib?
Well, essentially, yes. He doesn't act like a Formian, or any Formian that I've met over these
Are you
past
getting
20
this,
years.
Watson? I mean, Fenric.
Yes, that Demonsic is the person that we saw on the boat with the rod, most likely. And he didn't seem to act like a Formian either, or for that matter, care for the other Formians. You were
Perhaps we
saying
have
something.
an imposter afoot.
Yes. You were saying something about a guardian to the Chamber of Deep Magic, Hannock. I'm Finric, by the way, and these are my friends, Francois, Notker, and Ripkin. And, of course, you've met
Hello.
Kane.
It's nice to meet all of you, and yeah, the Guardian. Over these years, I've only heard rumors about it. That how the Formians made friends with a dragon and promised him great luxuries as long as he guarded their most treasured location. But there's nothing that I can really, there's no solid evidence to prove true or false about those statements.
That's something you don't.
All I know is that there's some sort of beast down there that they have chained up. And every month or so, they bring some sort of treasure and food down to him.
I turned to the others. Perhaps we could arrange to be the ones to do that this time. And that would help both with the Guardian and also in our investigation.
And speaking about a
we
Formian,
need to find this Demansic. Do you know where he's gotten to?
He must be the one
Why,
that
yes.
is... Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. He's been in the palace for the past 3 days.
Oh.
But beware, though these Formians are allies, there's another faction out there who's hostile to, so far, anybody who's encountered them. They've been corrupted by whatever has slowly been infecting these people. And everyone here is not as they used to be.
What is that faction?
We just call them the Reavers at the moment. They come in the dead of night and attack. When it's not the Reavers, it's the Frogs. When it's not the Frogs, it's the Reavers.
What do the Reavers look like?
They're based. Some human, some Formians. Though the Formians that I've seen, they don't look normal. They look like abominations that you see in ancient murals. There's not much more I could say other than they keep coming in from the west. And so they've built a wall to keep watch during the night.
What say you, crew? Shall we talk to this Demansic, or
Ripkin, I think it's possible that your stabbing may need to wait until we make it to this chamber. The
I
chamber.
have
of
no
Dark
idea what's
Magic.
going on, but tell me what to stab. I'll hold off. Say so.
It's like that meme, the meme of the dude in the helmet. You just see his eyes, and you're like, I don't know why I'm here. I just know I'm here to kill things. I don't know.
I heard outlaws and reavers. I got some experience with that, but maybe I can negotiate if we need some stabbing. I don't know.
yes, you negotiate with the blade. I'll keep doing what I do. Now, we need to hide these. We need to keep these rubies hidden. Fenrir,
I'm gonna put it into the lurker bag.
I'm gonna suggest You take one of the rubies so that if I should fall, no one has the complete set.
Very well.
No one needs to complete set of Infinity Stones.
Yeah.
I got this chest I'm dragging around. Wait.
See, I was kind of hoping there were Chaos Gems and I'd get the Golden Sonic upgrade, but...
No, if you fail, you become whatever the heck he is. Dark, not Shadow, but the Beast Sonic. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that one.
And if
yeah,
you
yeah.
succeed, you Golden Sonic.
That's about right.
Right, off to Demansik in the palace. Oh, wait, can I ask Hinnick or Hannick? Do you know what happened to the the actual Queen?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. You said, are you asking him about what happened to the actual Queen?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, I don't honestly know, but the past few times that I've actually met her, she's been toying around with the idea of, what do they call it these days? I believe it's planar stepping, is what the kids say. And she's been trying to go into different realms. When the flood came and she disappeared, she's not very good at magic, so we don't know where she might have ended up. We saw her just get hit by the flood. She went out of the nest and disappeared. All searches have been fruitless.
Oh,
Wow.
he disconnected. One sec. There we go.
Welcome back from the Shadowlands, Glenn.
Glenn, you there?
Oh,
You disconnected for a few seconds.
is that what happened?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
disconnected for a few seconds and reappeared.
Dang it. Okay. Yeah. So he was saying that she's been messing with like going to different planes, or at least trying to.
Yeah, cool.
She's not very good at magic. And yeah,
She
when the flood came, she disappeared.
Yeah, I've
Can't
got some
find her anywhere.
experience with phasing out of, dimensions and stuff. So I understand. That sucks. So what do you guys think? Should we go and meet Demansik?
Yeah, I mean, we have that, and we also have the temporary queen.
Ambiences is technically the temporary queen until the rod of rulership happens.
Ah, gotcha, yeah. And then...
See, I have a feeling we might end up having to fight Demansik for the rod. If there's I feel like there's some fishy stuff with Demansik,
Well,
I've just got this gut feeling.
So do stab.
Maybe stab. We're on
Yes,
maybe
maybe.
stab.
It's a maybe.
I understand. Maybe stab. Sure. Okay.
Yeah, we'll set up a whole. I'll set up an if-else loop with you until we get to the right parameters under which you should stab.
It's like StabCon 3. Like, and then we'll get there. Like, we're not
Stab,
there.
stab, come. Commander, we're at Freedom Alert level 5.
we don't. That's right. That's the whole other thing. We don't even know the fury that Rip can unleash yet. He's like the water boy. We'll just tell him that it's his cousins, and then he'll just like be consumed with rage and destroy everything.
Yeah. It could be like Hulk destroys the world moment. But yeah, and there's also I'm intrigued by the glowy light over the water.
We just ask one of the bug people what it is.
Yeah, we could do. Is there like a local around that we could ask about the, you know?
Yeah, there's many like farmings around.
Yeah. I'll take out we got translator rocks or whatever. I'll ask them about the globy in the water, what that's all about.
Yeah, you go up to one of the soldiers and ask him, and he says, "We're not sure entirely what it is, but the Slaad are up to something."
Guys, should we call off the meeting and deal with the glowy, or?
I say we should at least have a bargaining chip in case we need to actually kick the current ruler off of the throne. But we don't know for sure.
All right, well there's this thing in Floridia. I could never quite pronounce it right, but I think it's called democracy, right? And basically, you can like vote on stuff. I don't know, but I think we could use some democracy right now, and vote on it. So, what do you guys reckon is the plan? Do we go north and meet Demancic, or do we go over the water and deal with the glowy stuff?
Democracy. It's always so complicated here.
Sounds like witchcraft to me. I don't know.
Everybody suddenly becomes very suspicious when this
democracy sounds like some sort of witchcraft. I don't know.
I think I am so ambivalent, really, because but I see what you're saying, Anna, that maybe there could be something that could be resolved there that could give us leverage, because right now we're going to this king and we don't know anything and we don't have anything right now, other than the fact that we helped in the battle.
The only thing we have helped in the battle, and supposedly Kane has some gems that go with the staff.
And half the staff, yeah, and the gems. Okay, so I'm down. I'm totally down for either. I'm ambivalent, so I abstain.
Like a glowy place, or talk to some guy that we may or may not need to stab.
Yeah.
Unknown. 2 options: stab or talk.
Okay. And then, Anna, you're saying we should go check out the glowy thing, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Kane?
Just in case.
Francois' idea has more idea behind it, so we'll just go with Francois based on
Logic.
Yeah.
You want leverage.
The logic
I don't know about this logic thing now. There's a lot of crazy stuff being thrown around here. Logic and okay, yeah.
Don't confuse Fenric. He's not up to that level yet of learning about logic. He's only just wrapping his head around democracy. We can't.
I'm still way back at monetary exchange. That blew my mind.
Yeah. All right.
To the glowy.
To the glowy. Okay.
I hope it's just a nice jellyfish that's like, hey, what's up, guys? Do you need help with your adventure?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't Redkin drink the soup?
Oh, yeah, I did. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Did you roll?
Got it. I got a 10 when I rolled a d10.
Oh, yeah. For 10, you get +1 hit dice bonus health, and +2 to your main stat. So if you're a warrior, that would be strength.
Oh. Okay, well, so extra hit dice. So I was at full health, but another d12 on that.
Oh, yeah.
And extra 2 to strength, so which pushed me to a 16, which...
Yep.
Oh.
And all soup-related properties will last for 24 hours.
Super related properties. I like that.
Yes. Specifically, this troll soup.
It's good soup.
Nice. That is some good soup. That's good.
All right. All right. So to the glowy. You guys descend back, or you guys go back out of the gate, down the stairs, and to the east to the glowy. As you head this way, you can see that this side of the city has been flooded, although with shallow water from where you are. But it does eventually start getting deeper and deeper. And soon you guys are trying to hop across different piles of debris that are jutting out of the water. Below the water surface, you see the giant crayfish going around eating the dead bodies of Slaad and Formian alike. As you get closer, the glowy thing becomes more apparent, and it is two massive green glowing portals side by side. And you see several Slaad, about 15 Slaad standing in a semicircle around these things, chanting in their own language. They're on. Well, they're underwater. It's not too murky over here, although there's a bunch of debris and the crayfish. That for some reason the crayfish are ignoring the Slaad. Doesn't really explain why, but. Yeah, so that is what's going on over here.
And so the Slaad are like chanting stuff under the water, with these portals.
Yeah, you can see them. They're like, yeah, they're chanting beneath the water around these two portals.
Fenric,
Yes.
could you, are you familiar with any, large aquatic carnivores?
That is a good question. Let me see what I can do. Must be familiar with the animal type. And I came from Elfland. Off the top of my head, in all honesty, just right off the top of my head, I can't remember any vicious aquatic life in Elfland other than trolls. I'm just trying to remember. I can't think of anything.
Does Elfland not like have sharks or anything like that?
I don't remember anything like that, but I mean, you know, there's nothing to say that I have to summon something aquatic. Like I could, right? Like I could summon just something else, right?
Yeah.
All right. Why don't I summon like some stuff that doesn't belong here? And I'll be like, yes, I think I know something aquatic, and then I proceed to like absolutely not summon something aquatic. Wait, are we gonna fight these things before I do this?
Well, I was mainly thinking rather is that the reason I was thinking that is because that would be like some strange diversion. I mean, unless we can somehow make the crayfish.
I could use word of command.
You could use word of command.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing we might start stabbing these frogs.
StabCon 5.
Yeah, it's because they're
I mean, there's a lot of
underwater.
them,
That's the problem, isn't it?
Under,
Yeah.
below, under the water from where we're at.
But if they're chanting, we may be able to pull a sneaky sneak. But like, how long can we hold our breath in DCC? Does anyone? Is there rules for that, or I doubt there is, to be honest.
There's actually is rules, but dear God, I don't know what page it's on. There is a rule for drowning. I think it is under the DM chapter. You know, the DM part of the book that I hardly ever look at.
There's stuff surprises me in this book constantly. I don't know like a fraction of it. Like there's stuff that I'm like, what? And then there's some stuff I just outright ignore and I don't know at all.
Same.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, I can't find anything on it.
It's funny. It mentions drowning a lot, but it doesn't actually have a rule for drowning. I have the PDF up and I'm doing a scan of it, and it's not here at all. Usually when drowning is mentioned, like for example, this is fun. Crit table M of monster. The strike crushes the player character's throat. The PC drowns in their own blood after 6 rounds. Like it specifies what kind of drowning is going to happen. Elemental water, SP engulf and drown. Actually, then it doesn't even tell you what to do.
Dang it. Well,
Well, if we just assume sort of realism, I guess in no longer than 5 minutes holding your breath, even if you're like in good shape. I mean, that's even if you're good at it, right?
What's your oh, sorry, go ahead.
No worries. I would just.
I was just thinking getting close enough to color spray and hope that I get a good result. Because if I get a good result, I can blast them all at once.
Say, you guys can hold your breath long enough for, which I can never remember which one's the shorter one, but a turn or a round.
I mean, a turn is 30 minutes. I guess it would be somewhere. It'd be like a few, like a handful of rounds, whatever would it?
Yes, a round. So an action.
Hey,
like
how about when you feel like we've breathed enough, you give us a warning.
Or give us a roll of the dice of freaking out of losing air.
That's a good call. I'll just randomly say beep beep. Oxygen running low.
There we go. Look, you guys have this many rounds now, and otherwise you're gonna drown. Fuck you. All right, yeah, I'm cool with that. Thank you.
All right, nice. All right.
And freaking out causes it to quicken up.
Yes. Strenuous activities will shorten your air, of course.
Yeah, so we don't want to fail casting spells.
Especially spells that require you to suck in water to speak.
Yeah. How deep are they?
They're about
Pretty deep, huh?
about 20 feet below the water surface.
Ooh, that's pretty deep. Yeah. Yeah.
They're like as you guys were making it, like technically you guys would be on the second floor of these ruined buildings and everything. These guys are on like the main floor, as you guys were up on this hill where Hogwarts Palace is, and to the east was where like storage and tools and like sheds and everything like that would be in this forming city, and it's down the slope that you guys went, just hopping across debris and all that. Where you guys are standing at currently is like a 30-foot wide, maybe 10-foot long platform of broken rubble that caved in on itself. And then directly in front of you, like maybe 15 feet away, 20 feet below the surface, are the 15 green Slaad that are chanting around these 2 portals that are about... Oh, it does say in here. The top of them's barely jut out of the water. They're 20 feet high and 30 feet wide, I believe they say. Yeah. Yeah, right here.
Man, the green Slaad are the ones with the magic stones, and they're really dangerous. I don't know about this one.
Yeah, maybe we just slink away before we have to go holding our breath, or maybe we could just. What are they doing?
If you think
We just-
about it, they
I
could
think
be the ones that are keeping the portal open
There's
for more
only
slots.
gonna be there's only gonna be more Slaads. Exactly.
So do we have to kill them or just stop them from chanting? We just distract them, kill one, run.
I mean, one achieves the other.
But for how long is a good question.
I mean, if we can kill them all, maybe we can.
Time, but
You think we can kill 15 of the green Slaad?
That's a lot of Slaad.
All right.
Down there.
I'm with you. You have my my spells.
And my axe.
Yep.
You have my Mithril Bane of Wizards, which I want to note that when I go into Berserker Fury, I get +4 to Strength and Stamina for D6 turns. Then my attack becomes +6 to hit and +4 damage.
I will say green Slaad count towards the wizards.
Maybe. Let's see if we can't get you an extra +6 in there.
All right.
So wait, they're 20 feet under the water. I might make you big enough to be able to just stomp on them.
Oh, and you can make me big on top of that.
Yeah. It's funny. So is the plan? Are we gonna try and swim down there sneakily? Can we swim sneakily? Is that a thing we can try to do?
Y'all got spells, right? How far can y'all spell them? And maybe they come to us for lucky.
Well, it depends on my result of color spray. But I'm thinking because of water and refraction and shit, I really need to be under for that to work.
paralysis you have to touch. If I remember right.
Yeah, I come to think of it, I don't think Fenric has ever seen a dangerous aquatic life form before, other than these.
This might be his first time. As you guys debate, you start seeing something large slowly coming through the portal.
Yeah, no. Intercept, interrupt. I'm gonna dive. I dive down, and I'll just cast color spray, and try and get the surprise.
I'll use worded command, page 266 in Smo.
Okay.
Well, he's the judge. Do you want me to do it? That's not fair. I can do it if you want me to.
266. I got it. I'm just bookmarking the one thing that I'm looking at. Roll.
Mighty Deed is a
19 plus caster level. That would be a 22 technically.
Nice.
Okay, yeah, you can speak a word at a target within 60 feet. They may combine the word of command with a gesture that clarifies its intent. I gotta do a will save. Yeah.
I just aim the word at one of them and one of the chanting slots and say just a singular word. I should say.
See, so
I'm going to proceed to yell halt again.
Halt. Oh, roll manifestation. D4.
D4. 1.
1. Your word resounds in a booming voice that even sends tremors amongst the surface of the water. So yeah, one slot's halted, and the portals slightly flickers. Meanwhile, as you guys are doing all this, someone's casting color spray, someone else is doing something else. Through the portal, this is still the same moment. The portal, what you see coming through, looks like a large serpent-like snout.
Oh, we've had enough giant snakes for one day.
We already fought 2!
I'm sick of these giant fucking snakes.
At least I was trying to delay it by doing that.
So I got 19 on my color spray. However, one doth burn 5 points of agility for a 24. So, then hold on, I'll roll the D. So
Like inking the water.
rope-like coils of light emanate from my fingertips, and a blast of colored chaos, affects. I guess all these ropes then go in a cone 40 feet long and 10 to 30 feet wide. Caster can decide. All targets, including allies within the cone, take 1d4 damage, and are knocked unconscious for 4 rounds.
4 rounds. Okay.
Yeah, creatures of 2 HD or less receive no save. Others can attempt a will save to resist, and it's a DC 24. Sorry.
Oh, dang, that's a strong one. Color spray, man. Here I thought Felix the Flip Wizard that I was making was just going to be a gimmick character. Dang. 2, 3, and 4. You affect 5 Slaad with that. The rest have saved.
Jeez,
And they
these
do-
good will saves. Damn demons.
Stupid frogs in their books.
So we now got 6 Slaads down out of the 15.
Yeah, they're knocked out.
Okay.
And yeah,
Well, 5 are knocked out and the 1 is halted.
And
So-
it did damage to I think it did damage to all of them, but only 5 got knocked out. If I heard
yeah,
that
they
correctly,
took 3 damage. They all took 3 damage.
right? Okay, so yeah, they're all
Oh,
they all got
muted.
full.
is the portal under the water?
Yes,
Yeah.
there's 2 of them.
Okay, that's complicated then. Okay.
So is half of them being knocked out? Like, is the portal changing?
Actually, that's a good question.
6 of the Slaads out of 15 have been subdued / not able to chant at
Yeah,
this moment.
So, if
Go
they're
ahead.
still going, I was gonna try a mighty deed and do a charge and dive into the water. And if my deed goes off, I was gonna try and just kind of almost dive as almost a pogo jump on my sword and see if I can get all the way in the water and get one in the head to stop them from chanting.
okay. Yeah, there are still some going. One portal has been shut down, and as all of this is going on, where the heck is this? No, that's not it. Wrong. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll to do that.
Okay, so do we
Shoot.
roll
We
in
still
the
haven't, we
chat or
haven't
just roll
entered
in-
initiative. We can do either.
Okay, well I've got dice right here,
This
so
is-
if you
This
trust
is
me.
still the- Yeah, you
Oh,
can.
that's
Yeah, you can roll.
My deed did not go off, and I don't think I hit anyway. So I just and I jump in the water and I splash, and I don't get that real sipping through the water like I wanted. I assume because I only got like a 9 to hit, or maybe a 10 actually. Because
Is that with your strength modifier too?
yeah, my strength modifier of 2, so that bumps it to an 8, and then I had a rolled a 2 on my deed die, so that's not enough to get the deed off, and it just brings it up to 10. It's 11 because I've got a luck because of my lucky weapon. So 11, I'm guessing, does not hit.
Okay.
No, it does not. It
Nope.
barely doesn't hit.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna say I assume I just jumped in the water and just more ended up splashing around than stabbing. I assume.
Yes, and the surprise round is over, and with that, we can all roll for initiative. And the last tidbit is, as this is going on, along with the other snout, which is slowly coming through, there are 3 more large snouts that are trying to pierce and go through the portal.
Flag nabbit.
I got 17.
That's also a 17. I've got a +3 to initiative. So.
19 plus 1.
So we have the clerk and a stabby going in first.
No, Kane said he got a 19 with a +1, so that's what, a 20?
Yeah. So it's not. So we're.
Oh no. Lane goes. Wait, are you guys adding your modifiers already?
I did not add my modifier. I have a +3, so it's a 17 total.
Oh, 17 total. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just rolled a 17 because I don't have any modifiers for that.
Okay, and Kane, you added your initiative modifier already, right?
I
got a 20.
Oh, sorry.
Total.
Okay, and then Fenric, what'd you get?
9.
Nice. Okay, so it goes Kane, then Francois and Rickman, Fenric, then the Slaad, and then let me see. And if they come through on the next round, then the initiative will be reset with a big thing that's going in at a 27. Okay, so Kane, what would you like to do?
Well, I mean, got my second face for 2 rounds. I've got my second face, so I'll try and get some big stuff off. I'll first go with just in case. This is the contingency plan. I'm going to cast in large, and try and get the group with it, and make them nice and big. I rolled an 18 plus 6, so that is 24. So yeah, triples in size, but I think it's just one person on that result.
Okay.
So I'll triple the warrior in size. So Ripkin, you are now triple your regular size, and you have +6 bonus to attacks, damage, and armor class, and 20 temporary hit points.
His signature move.
That is my signature move. And then for my follow-up act, I will hold out my staff that I assume has got an M on it, because all the spells in the staff begin with M. And I'll shoot out a magic missile. Something nearby turns to gold. Something within 20 feet of me is turned to lead, and something else is turned to gold. Yeah.
All right, let's roll. Let's see what we get.
But
Piece of wood has turned to lead, and a large boulder has turned to gold.
all right. And I just got a 12, so I just succeed, and I do 1 point of damage. I'll do 1 point of damage to one of the Slaads that's still chanting in an effort to try and disturb it.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. You stab it, and as pained as it looks, it keeps its concentration on the portal as it hisses in your direction. Whatever this is, they want it to come through no matter what.
Well, hopefully
Francois...
giant...
Yeah. Go ahead.
What were you saying?
Oh no, it's cool. I'm fine. I was just my brain farts.
Who had the higher initial initiative, or dexterity, or agility, whatever you want to call it, between Ripkin and Francois?
Mine was... His was a 14 plus his additive. Mine was just a straight up 17.
Okay, I guess we'll go with Francois. So what do you do? What do you?
Give me a moment, I'm calculating.
The Matrix just appears in front of Francois.
As you guys are doing this, because this is what.
What's
15?
the radius reach for Turn Unholy again?
Oh god, that's a whole other freaking chart.
Okay,
Page 30.
I'll find it.
Page 30 is what it says on my little note keeper.
Yeah. I just mean that's a whole graph.
I believe it is just anyone that can, like, is sort of in the vicinity.
Yeah.
I just want to know the general radius.
I think it depends on your role, actually.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is swim closer to them before using Turn Unholy.
Perfect. Well, cheers, boys. Bottoms up. Thanks, boom. Go. Oh, that's great.
That's just
Right.
16,
You have to declare. Yeah, you just sort of declare what you're going for.
I'm going to get as close as I can, in a sense. Use Turn Unholy to get the amphibious people moved away from the portal area of their enchanting, in a sense. See if I can scatter them more, where they can't chant next to in a sequence.
Okay. You can try that. You got
Roll is 16 plus caster.
It's plus your caster level plus your personality modifier for clerics.
Caster, then that's a 19. That's a full-on 20 for that roll.
And a luck modifier if you have one for turn on.
Luck? I don't have one. Luck modifier.
What? What's that?
That's only when I get struck by lightning.
So yeah, you've got like a 60-foot range, and you can turn, like things of 1 HD get turned for a D6 plus caster level. Things of 2 get a D3 plus, and then if they're 3 to 4 hit dice, it's just like 1 turn. They are gonna try and run away.
I just get closer and use the Turn Unholy with that on the amphibious underwater people still chanting.
Okay. I was trying to see if I can find that.
I mean, anything of more than 4 hit dice is not affected.
And they are not affected.
Ow!
These Slaad are different. Anyways, yeah, they are not effective. So, Ripkin, if I
Ripkin is
yeah.
do what the cleric says, and his big giant form is going to try and stomp in the water and try and I still know how 3 times as big. He's gonna still trying to dive in there and stab one in the face to try and stop him from being able to talk. That's his deed that he's trying to kind of impale him through the jaw so they can't chant. The one that got hit by my Floridian friend briefly we kept chanting and didn't lose concentration. I'll go for that one.
Okay. Also, what I forgot to mention about Enlarge is your weapons, what you have on you, increase in size as well.
Ooh. Okay, so that's I got a 3 on my deed and an 11 on the die. So that's 14 plus 6, so that's like 20, 21 because I get a luck modifier. So 21 hit.
21 definitely hits.
Okay, and so does the die go up on my weapon, or is that just the damage? It's just a D6, but it's plus.
Yeah, you can take it up 2 dice. So D8.
D8.
If you're using the funky die.
Yep. Okay,
and
so
with
that's...
it, multiple targets. With a With a 21, you said you can hit 3 targets with your sword.
Okay. Well, if my sword is that long, I'd like to try and gig them like 3 in a row through the side of the. I was trying to impale them through the jaw. If I can get multiple through the face to like where they can't talk with my deed, that'd be great. But I understand if I can only get one.
Not a problem.
But he's stabs him through the face, right through the jaw, and so that would be a total of, let's see, 5 plus 3 on my D. That's 8 plus.
Plus
2,
6.
that's 10. Does the damage for the plus 6 just to hit or to damage too?
Also to damage and armor class.
Okay, so that's 16 total damage.
Yeah. Describe your
nailed him through the jaw.
Describe your kills.
All right, so do what the cleric says. I jump in the water and like just with one hand, as I'm diving down the 20 feet. I guess I'm over 20 feet tall now because I'm not quite 20 feet tall, so it's still kind of wading in the water. I guess my head would be just above, just below the water. But swing in with my short sword, which is now pretty big, and just totally stab right through 3 of them's head, make a little shish kebab of Slaad heads on the end of that, and just and then one of them kind of pops off, and I got 2 kind of stuck on the head, one head on the end of my short sword, and 2 still kind of stuck to the bodies. So I had to slide them off, and then I push it off with my foot as I.
You can't see, but Kane's crying underwater with nostalgia for all the other times he's made things big and then watched them kill things. They grow up so fast.
So, some bubbles come up as he yells at him.
All right. That causes the portal to flicker ever more frequently as these 5 snouts now. Well, you can see more of the snouts. It's turning into heads.
Oh, this better not be a Hydra.
Oh no.
And all right, that's that pause. Now we're moving over to Fenric. Fenric, what would you like to do?
Can I see it from where I am, and can I reach someone in the water that is trying to get this portal open or keep it open?
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Okay, if I
You
can
can
reach them.
definitely.
I'm sorry, say again?
Oh wait, are you? You're still standing on the rubble, right? You didn't move into the water.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I'm on the rubble. That's right.
So no, you can't like physically reach and grab anybody, but you can see everything that's going down.
Okay. And all of it is underwater, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll use both. I'll use my action die and my movement to dive underwater to get down to where they're at.
Okay. Yeah, they're 20 feet, and well, they're 20 feet deep and 15 feet away from the rubble, so you can easily make it there.
Gotcha. That's my
So you
turn.
can still. Okay. You can still use your action die if you want.
Oh,
I believe that's only 15 feet of your 30 feet movement.
so can I make it to them?
Yeah, easily.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. In that case, then I draw out my mithril sword of Wizardbane, and I look at it, and something seizes a hold of me, and I have that moment when Bilbo like tries to take the ring back from Gandalf. Like I just like look crazy, and my eyes go nuts, and I just like grow fangs, and I just get crazy looking, and I dive with the sword, trying to kind of mimic Ripken, and dive for one of them that is trying to keep the portal open.
Alright, there's let's see.
And I rolled a 6
Three
on the
dead.
number of rounds.
Yeah, 3 dead, 5 asleep.
One still halted.
1's halted. So that's what 6 Slaad remain, if I'm counting right. Maybe my math's off.
15 in total, and we just was it
them.
What'd you say?
Yeah.
Oh, it's breaking up.
There's a 6 still remaining in the counter, the number of Slaad that are still chanting. So go ahead and roll for your action.
All right. Oof. That's bad. That I think that misses then. Got a 10.
Yeah, that misses.
That's my turn.
All right. The Slaad are going to use their turn, and they see everything that's going on. These 6 remaining Slaad, so they reach into their pouches and bring out their green stones. They whisper something as they pick it up. They pick it up in both hands, each of them simultaneously, and they. Let's see if this actually works.
The next step, you'll find
You can see this, but they kind of like crush it and smash it in their palms as they chant, and they push it towards the portal through the through the water. And after they do that, the 6 of them fall limp and just kind of float backwards. But that doesn't stop the portal as this monstrosity, with the power of this boost needed from the gems that they carried, these command stones that they had, which we'll get into that in a second, as these were command stones for different things. But this Hydra comes through the portal. Its heads, just all 5 heads, just sticking through, and yeah, I guess we'll do one more round of combat, and since we're getting close to the 2-hour mark, we'll end it there. So it had a 27. Yeah, okay, and let's see what happens here. One of them is going to cast.
Wait, damn, the snakes can cast spells? Shit.
No, it's a breath weapon. It's different.
How's it breathing underwater, Gwen?
It's a water
Really good.
hydrant. Actually.
Actually, like, no, but all the things that have happened, to question something using a breath weapon underwater would not make any sense.
Yeah, that's true.
Glenn, don't forget to take off your camera so your phone doesn't die too quickly.
Oh yeah. Well, it's lightning bolt or like breath lightning. If I can find the freaking page again for the
Breath lightning. That's gonna fry us all.
Yeah, so you guys get a. I'll allow a reflex save.
My luck sign is struck by lightning.
Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah, you got struck by lightning, so that's why you're lucky. If I'm doing it right.
That's my luck sign. I have to re-pull that. But...
So reflex save.
Yeah, you guys are gonna do it. DC 15 reflex save to see if you can manage to get out of the water.
I don't know. I just remember my tiny dice that are evil to me. Yeah, my tiny dice is evil to me. I got a 6.
Okay. Well, let's see.
I got a 13 plus 2. I just succeeded.
Okay, so Kane and Ripken get out of the water. That is with a 19, and so that does Wow, I don't know what is going on with me in books today. I'm looking for the breath weapon table. It's in here. It is driving me nuts.
Speaking of breath weapons, we should have lured these people to the beast, the monster.
Quick question. Since I got electrocuted or got shocked in a sense, because I rolled a 6, what did it take?
I don't know. I've never looked into the birth signs, to be honest. I don't know if we get any.
I don't want to look into it, so I'm just going off.
Well, if you had a luck bonus, I believe struck by lightning gives you a bonus to reflex saves, but if you don't have a luck bonus, it doesn't do anything.
My luck bonus is 0. It says a +0.
10.
Yeah, so it does nothing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally found it. Breath weapons. Electricity. Yep. Four line forks with 5 feet total length. Yeah, that's 30 feet. So, yeah. And that is okay. 2d6 damage. Yep, 2d6 damage. That's what I'm calling for. I keep forgetting I'm the judge. That's 8 points of damage.
Are we taking half of that? On the save or none?
You're taking half of that on the save.
Right.
As you climb up out of the water, you just get like a jolt of it.
I'm still stuck in the water. Not good.
How much damage did you say?
8.
8 damage? Okay. Yeah, we gotta go.
Didn't heal from last time, so I'm down to 2 HP now again.
Wait, I'm confused. I got lost in the math here. I'm confused. I thought. Never mind. Go ahead. Sorry.
I still had 10 HP from our last thing. We haven't had a rest since then. I didn't take the soup, so I didn't gain back any health points because I was skeptical of the soup.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here.
So I still had 10, and I just got dropped down to 2.
What does this thing look like?
It's a giant hydra.
Yeah, it's like a
Bunch of heads.
like a 5-headed, large, more serpentine-like hydra. Yeah, it has a.
Yeah, we gotta go. Unfortunately.
I was thinking that reflex save, Ripkin jumped out of the water briefly, did a little flop, on his back, and I'll hold it, and he's gonna yell to everybody, "I'll hold it off! Get out!" And he goes bloom, back under the water.
Ooh, so brave.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to leave any brave soul behind. I'm about to deliver some freedom to this hydra.
Oh, the water.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Suddenly twitching from electricity over here. At 2 HP.
Back.
Yeah,
you guys decide what you want to do.
I mean, on my turn, I'm gonna go back in. That's my plan.
Your turn. Go ahead.
All right. So I've still got this. I've still got this turn of Mystic Twin. So I'm gonna try and make use of it. So I'm first. Ooh, I mean, I could try to. I'll first try and join. Actually, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with Magic Missile first and see how that works out.
Okay.
Okay, that is a. Ooh. So that's a 20 plus. Oh, so I don't have any extra bonuses, so it's just +5. So 25 is A single powerful missile that does. Do I want more than that? How many things can I afford to burn right now?
Technically, you can burn all of it, but you'd be dead.
Hold on. Is it 25? I need another 7. Oh god, that would suck to be 7 things lower on any. But if this goes bad, I'll just stick with the. So it does 4d12 plus cast level, a single target, a maximum range of 1,000 feet. I mean, I guess I don't have to go back in the water yet.
Jeez. Okay. Roll your 4d12.
So it's 22 plus 3 damage, 25 damage.
Ooh. Yeah, you sever a head.
Oh, that's not good, is it? That's not, I don't think that's good. Oh, what do I want to do now?
Find out.
Can I protect anyone? I just want to make sure people aren't gonna die. I could cast color spray again and try and blind it, but I don't know, man.
Oh, he used
My claw is hurting.
magic
I'll use
missile.
my faces. I'll use my faces thing to I'll use my mystic twin to cast. Yeah, I'm just gonna do magic missile again, and try and do more.
Okay.
Oh, I fumbled. Alright.
Oh god. Oh.
Oh no.
All right. As you go through the fumbling, we'll go to Francois.
I'm still technically underwater.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to see
How
if
far-
I can? We're at the same initiative technically. Do you want to see if I can pull something off with my deed to give you cover? Can we do that?
I do want to cover because I'm getting charged to attempt to get close enough to banish.
Ooh.
I want to see if I can banish it.
After an 8-hour trip,
Okay, so do you want him to go first, or do you want to go first?
Probably him to go first before I proceed afterwards.
So now that I'm like around 15. I'm between 15 and 20 feet tall. I don't know how big this thing is. Gonna see if, as part of my mighty deed, if I could try to, like, with the rubble behind us, to get enough to push off, to try and, like, shove into it and see if I could shove it back into the portal
Ooh.
as I attack.
All right.
I think we'll see. I don't know how this works. I put some stuff in the character sheet. I don't know if this will do it. So, okay. I added a D5 for the attack roll, and I think the D5 was a... I can't see that.
You got a 5.
I can't see if the D... I got a 5. So the D did go off. And that's a 28. So the deed went off. Is that wasn't a crit, was it? No, that's not a crit. I can't see. I put all the stuff in there, and it doesn't. I can't see how it laid out. I know I got a 28 to hit, so the deed goes off. That's 6 points of damage. Plus, that's not including my strength, so that's 8 points plus another 6 points. That's 14 points of damage. Plus 5, so that's 19 points of damage. And my deed goes off as I shove off against the wall, and I'm just trying to stab it in the head as I just put my shoulder into it and shove it as far and deep back into the portal as I can.
Okay. Yes, you do that. You shove it about halfway back through the portal. This thing is about your size, 15 by 15 feet, and it has only like maybe 5 feet height advantage against you. And you sever another head, so 2 out of 5 heads have been severed. Yeah. Okay. Then we're over to Francois.
269 for banish. Page
sorry,
269. Page 269 for banish.
Oh.
Because I'm getting proceed to get closer, swim in closer, and use banish.
Oh, go ahead and roll. Got it.
Oh no, it's not going to be enough.
Oh, run!
It's 5 plus my caster level of 3.
Yeah, you fail. It's failure.
Get out of here, Francois! No!
Run! I think I've got my shoulder into it, trying to hold it back while it's holding it in the portal.
And
At least it wasn't a fumble.
Francois might be able to go meet Paddleton.
No!
Well, I mean, it has a range of 30 feet, so hopefully it doesn't decide to kill Francois, but it might.
Might.
It probably can sense my weakness.
Fenric, you're next.
Attack the sword, or with the head. I attack the head with the sword. I got 24 for 9 points of damage.
Just you slash into it for 9 points of damage, and you got another head halfway cleaved.
That's it. That's my turn.
That's just not enough. Back to the Hydra. Let's see. So it has two heads down. With its other 3 heads, it is going to attack Ripken, and let's see if any other one of them is going to attack Francois, and the last one is going to try and just push back, like aiding its head against Ripken, so it can get free of this portal. So let's see. That is a nat 1, and I will fumble that and tell you the results. Even with the aid of... Yeah, that just doesn't do anything with this aid. And then Francois' head does a 15 hit.
No!
Okay.
You have to pass a 17 because of the half mail I have on.
Okay, and with a fumble, it kind of starts to lose its grip on this side of the portal, so you get to push it back another 5 feet. And that's the end of its turn. So that means that the 2 stubs, these 2 fleshy stubs, 4 more heads sprout from, 2 for each stub. And
Yep, we're fighting a Hydra. We're fighting a Hydra. Just go.
yeah, there was a manifestation here, but I'll skip over it for time. And then what time is it? Oh, we're over time. Like, dang it. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Would you guys like to continue and finish this fight?
At least finish off the Hydra. At least.
Yeah, I'd like to see how this ends.
Yeah. See how the Hydra
Same.
fight ends.
All right. What do you think, Ross?
Yeah, sorry. You
Yep.
might see me have to get up sometimes. I've got issues, but...
Stuff to do. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah.
I want to make sure everybody's down to continue or not. So if we're continuing, okay. So back to Kane. You have 1, 2.
So I'll tell you what happened to me. I got Patron Taint and Corruption. Now I'm constantly followed by like a breeze from an otherworldly place, so my hair's always going and scents from other planes. And also my irises vanish and my eyes turn to chalky white.
Oh no.
So yeah, I guess, some weird shit happened there. But let's see what happens to me this turn, because apparently I'm just some weird experiment. I'm slowly turning into a Mongol man. Yeah. You could call it what you want. My only hope here is I'm gonna cast color spray and hopefully blind these things so that they can't hurt my allies. So
Yeah, but now 7 heads to deal with. Let's see.
yeah, I mean it's the hope.
Yeah, and one of them's damaged by
Living on a prayer. Oh, where is that?
Quick side question: do I forget the banish spell or not? With how I
No,
roll?
it's just failure.
You get disapproval range because of a clericness. Okay,
Yeah.
up to 3 targets within range can be targeted. So they're gonna save because obviously I guess they have more than 2 hit dice ahead, or do they not?
It's 3 hit
Okay,
dice.
so they get a save, and they are looking at DC 21 will save.
One fail, 2 fail.
They get 2. Oh, they have 2 saves. Sorry, targets that fail 1 save are blinded. If they fail again, they're blinded and knocked unconscious.
Oh, nice. Okay, so all 3 failed the first save, so they're blind. That's a fail, so that's 1 head asleep. 2 heads asleep. 3 heads asleep and blinded.
Okay.
Dang it.
So I've sent them to sleep. I've got my Mystic Second Face. I'm gonna cast Enlarge again and hope that we get Francois bigger. Target doubles in size, so you become ogre-sized, and you get a +4.
Okay.
+4 to attacks, damage, AC, and 10 temporary hit points.
And what does your Slaad face counterpart?
I mean, my Slaad face thing is now just a different version of me from like another plane every time.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna. This time it's like Kane from some noir black and white detective movie universe.
Yeah, he's like the super old version of Kane. Like just the face sticking out of your chest.
You can barely see his eyes from the fedora made of flesh that's also sticking out of my chest.
Listen here.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Okay, who's going first this time, Ripkin or Francois?
I say I'm gonna go first this time.
Okay.
I'm gonna try my hands at vanishing again.
Okay. I'll go into it. Go ahead and roll.
269 is the page if you want to remember.
I know, it's 1 page away.
I got a 15 plus my caster level on top of it. It's a 15.
So it's 18. So 15 natural roll plus your caster level, so that's an 18.
No. I added it already in advance. It's a 15.
Okay, so you get... Let me see. So I gotta make a will save to approach within 30 feet of you. Failed. Yeah. Can't do anything. Can't approach, nor can it do anything towards you. Like, speak in your direction, hurl missile weapons, or just do anything towards you.
Oh,
Let's see if there's anything else. Gotta take 1d4 plus caster level divine damage if it fails, and
So if it gets stuck to, if it's forced within 30 feet, it takes
Yeah,
that much damage.
Already within 30 feet,
30.
it takes damage and is
Yeah.
forced back 30 feet.
I'm
Until
already
it's
within
outs-
30 feet because I'm like literally close to it because the first time I swam, because from
Yeah,
previous
she's right up there
finishing,
with it.
I'm
So you
literally
got
right
the
up next
classic
to it.
"thou shalt not pass" result.
yeah, and it failed. So,
Oh man. Oh man. Am I pushing it back into the portal now?
I think so. You forgot to roll manifestation.
Oh wait, which dice is that again?
D4.
2.
Two. So somehow, okay, gotta mix this up because you're underwater. Normally, it's a dense mist settles on the target, but no, it's like this dense, inky blackness starts to surround the Hydra, and you can see the panic in its eyes as it lets loose and pushes itself just out of reach, back through the portal. As you're doing this, as you feel the weight give away, Ripkin, you dip your head through the portal, and what you see on the other side is Limbo. And you can see hundreds of these Slaads behind this Hydra. In the distance, you see even more large snakes and more Hydras as they chant on this side, trying to keep the portal open. But as you can see, it's flickering greatly. And before you dip your head back into electric, you can see them attempting to open more portals from their side. To where? God knows. But it's most likely electric. Okay. That leaves it up to Fenric. Fenric, there's no Hydra on this side now. You got to somehow disable this portal from this end, or else the Hydra may try and push itself back through.
Okay, so all of the
Portal.
Oh, I forgot. Freaking. Yeah, Ripkin, technically out of combat. So everybody can act out of initiative. The portal's flickering hard because of the unconscious Slaad that aren't keeping it up. What the other Slaad did was they threw their command stones at it as like an emergency jump start on a battery to keep this thing open long enough for this Hydra to come through. But you can see that that juice is running out.
Okay.
And so there has to be a way to this permanently.
Let me see, make sure that
So there's some unconscious Slaads around here that might wake up.
There is one Slaad that is completely halted, remember?
And then the other ones were unconscious from color spray, right? So
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to just go around, frog gigging them with Gigger.
Okay, you can do that. The unconscious ones have no resistance, and although he was halted from doing the ritual, this Slaad looks panicked. Sees you coming with your sword, and so that's the only one you have to roll to hit.
The one that I halted?
Yeah, as he was just sat there or standing there, just dumbfounded that these 5 random nobodies came up out of nowhere and was stopping them and fighting a Hydra. As one person grew large and another one has a fedora sticking out of his chest casting spells and all sorts of
I
shenanigans.
eventually became big and I still was able to pull off a somewhat banish, but not exactly a full banish.
Go ahead.
So I guess my signature deed, if I get that, is basically just to get them through the mouth. Since I didn't say that was the first deed I did, is to just impale people through the mouth. That'll be my signature deed. But a 14 to hit. I rolled pretty low, but my deed did go off.
Yeah, that hits.
And it's for 17. So I added the +6 in my strength, but I did not add the. So it's 11. So that's 14 damage. Not 11. So.
Ooh.
As
Yeah,
I
you
stab
gravely.
through the mouth.
Yeah, you gravely wound this Slaad, and he tries to retreat back through the portal. Alright, Fenric, sorry. What were you planning to do?
So do I have him impaled through the face on my sword still?
Yes. He's trying to get away from you.
Oh, okay. So let me make sure I understand. He's got a frog man impaled, and the portal's still open. Is this this frog needs to die? Is that what's going on?
Quite possibly.
Yeah, and maybe we should also invade Limbo while we're at it.
Alright, I'm just gonna help
no.
stab
We
this
need
frog.
to get stabbed. Let's say.
Alright, 22 to hit for 6 damage.
You killed the frogman. Grab your kill.
So it's stuck on the big giant dude's gigger, and he's like, probably through its mouth, and then I just like come up behind it. Actually, like, you know, I'm creepy with this sword. Like, I just like come up behind its head, and it's just like sees me there, and then I just like stab it. It dies a terrifying death. But you know what? It came over into Ant World, and that wasn't cool. And it almost killed our friend again.
Yeah, the Slaad seemed to be really good at almost killing Francois, but almost being the imperative word.
Almost.
He's not dead yet.
Yeah.
I'm on
Oh,
good.
can
2 temporary health points.
Can Ross and I perhaps, through the powers of the arcane, try to, you know, channel some magic, you know, like through the portal, to disturb it in such a way as not just to close it, but to cause some kind of like phlogiston disturbance level shit to happen on the other side when it, you know, like for it to sort of implode, not just close, so that we can fuck them up.
Does anybody have a piece of jewelry or something valuable? A jewel. We have jewels, but we don't want to sacrifice them, right?
Well, I mean, I've got half the Rod of Law. I got 145 gold pieces.
I saw my old
Slavs
scale
had their
mail.
own jewels that they threw at it, right? Can we find
I
any
saw
on the
my old
Slav?
scale mail.
It needs to be probably like a piece of jewelry, not quest critical and not, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, the things that they threw at it, are they still functional, or are they floating around? Is there anything on the ground?
Yeah, so among the debris after him going around killing the unconscious Slaad, they do have command stone. And the one that you, I can't believe I forget her name, but you just kind of creepily just slid up next to him and kind of slowly slid your sword through the remaining Slaad's throat kind of quietly. It has a command stone on it too.
So they were using these
And
commands. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
They were using these command stones to try to force the portal open, and then they sacrificed them in an effort, and it looked like they either knocked themselves out. Well, they knocked themselves out to be able to do that. So since it's related to the portal magic, in line with what you're saying, I propose I have runic alphabet, where if I have something high enough, I can actually use an object to block passage or make people immobile as they approach it. I can even make people forget things if it's high enough, but I'm not that good at it. And we could do like a ritual, you know, but we're probably running out of time. This thing is so... I don't know. What were you thinking, Kane?
I was just hoping we could, you know, magic juju, like overload it or something, you know.
Yeah, like what do we know about these stones? Can we do something like that? Can we like cause some problems?
Stone of
with the
command.
stones? Yeah.
We could possibly command the portal to close if you have enough of them to counteract the previous to stay open.
What about we open the portal, but we open it to Gehenna, so that you know, they're not coming into where they want to come, into, gosh darn it, the upper planes, into Arcadia, but instead they go into somewhere else, like Avernus.
You could definitely try that.
Okay, how do we do... There's rules for like magical rituals. Is that what this would be? I don't know.
Yeah, this would be... Go ahead, but this would be like the hastiest ritual.
Oh no.
Yeah, I think whatever spell you're planning to cast, I can like contribute a spell check, and if I also at least succeed the spell DC, so if it's a level 1 spell. If I at least get a 12, you get half my bonus to your spell check.
Yeah. I will spell burn as well, but we all.
So
need
you
to
do
rest.
you do get 2.5 plus 2.5 to your spell check. Whether that goes up to 3 or goes down to 2, I don't know.
Francois, you can't. Well, you could offer. Well, no, you have to be a wizard, so yeah, you can't do it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm a cleric.
I'm gonna
sadly.
spell burn my strength. What is the? Sorry to. I don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
Off topic. Glenn, Francois has been underwater the longest. What's going on for drownage?
Yeah, as all this chaos ensues, as you guys are deciding this, you guys got to come back for air and at least discuss the plan. So I'm gonna.
You
say you guys
already
can-
have done it once. I haven't gone up from the first time I went down.
Can Ripken
Yeah, but-
pick Francois up and lift him out of the water?
Yeah, I kind of
I'm an
imagine that's what's
organized
going on.
person.
Oh, you're
Like, you just
you
pick-
got enlarged too, right? It's doing some
I'm
underwater
orc
ballet. Here.
size.
That's right. Or ogre size, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, presumably, yeah. we're trying to leave the water and then talk about this. So yeah, okay. So we're doing a circle of mages. Is that right? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. You're gonna get half my bonus, which is a +5. So you're gonna get the 2.5 bonus, 2 or 3.
So you said I'll get a 3. I'm gonna.
Well, it's up to Glenn whether that's rounded up or rounded down. I think so.
It's rounded up, so it can be a 3.
If you're giving a 3, I'm gonna spell burn 6th strength to try to pull this off. Here we go.
That's gonna be a lot of bonus.
So this is also, I'm adding also my caster level. So that's 14. No,
and
15. Plus your 3 is 18. Plus my 6, which brings it to 24. 24 for a runic alphabet. It says, well, that's kind of dumb. Okay, I don't want to do that.
You can select that result or any result lower than it, right?
Right, yeah. So it says immobility. Creatures attempting to move the target object cannot lift or move it. That's not that great either. I can also block it. So creatures up to man size unable to pass through the target door, window, portal, or inanimate object.
Well, all the amphibious people won't be able to go through it, but the Hydra can re-emerge if you think about it.
Oh, no, it's blocked. It's kind of like, I'm going to count it kind of like as, what was that? What was Borky's favorite spell that he never got to use? Like block portal? I think it was.
Hold portal or something? I don't remember.
Yeah, hold portal. I'll count it acting as that. So this portal's still open, but you got it holding for however long your roll decides. Which will do that in days.
I kind of screwed it up because I have also diurnal, nocturnal magic. Oop, I'm sorry. I don't know which one. But anyways, it's such a lower result, it won't matter. It says that duration until triggered. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's alright.
Maybe touched, gazed upon, filled, spell check. I think it's effective until somebody on the other side passes against it, I think.
Okay. So yeah, I'll roll it as like hold portal, and I'll see. You got two. You guys bought yourselves 2 days of time before this portal just kind of reopens again, or like
Allows
doesn't become
people.
hard. Yeah.
This also required one of those stones, so it's sacrificed. I can't get it back.
Yeah. I mean, you guys can keep the rest if you want the command stones.
We need to bring an eyewitness here to see our great deeds so that they can announce it to the court of the false king.
That's
I
true.
don't
Hey,
know
you
what
guys
an
got a Hydra.
eyewitness is, but that sounds scary.
We literally pushed back a Hydra, for goodness sakes.
Yeah, and pick up some. We got
Oh.
some heads laying around here and fishing out of the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should make for good dinner, right? You are what you eat. So if we eat a Hydra, then
You have to cook it correctly, or else you might get poisoned or whatnot. You don't know what the Hydra's backlash if you cook it improperly. If you think about.
just eat the cheek meat. You know, don't go near the venom glands. You know, just cut out the brain and eat that.
Just bring it back to the trolls and hey, look what we brought you, dinner.
Hey, wait, hold
Cook
on.
it up
If you could turn a Hydra into like the best fast food restaurant ever, because if you just had one like stuck inside like a tube or something, you could cut off the heads, they regenerate, you get more heads.
Oh man.
And that's what we do back on Floridia.
You looked into my plans for Muppet Land. Dang it.
Wait, they're gonna cut off Hydras in a fast food chain in Muppet Land? It's hardcore.
Sounds like it's it's the Captain D's to Buddy O Burger in America.
All right, so that's where we'll end it for tonight.